welcome back to my channel, Cord Cutting in Sports. This is just going to be a brief video about some updates that have happened recently with regards to college football viewing. Okay, so what's changed in the last basically 2 months since I last did an update after week 2? Well, the most important thing is that on October 30th, YouTube TV dropped all ESPN and also Disney channels and removed access to recordings due to basically a carriage dispute because basically those channels were up for renewal. I'll talk more about this on the next slide. But some other things that have happened too. The Disney and Fubo merger officially closed actually a couple days ago. There have not been any imminent changes in terms of packages or pricing, and the actual press release said that Hulu, Plus ITV and Fubo would both remain basically separate services, different names, different packages, that they're not going to be combined, into just one overall service. Lastly, this was talked about a couple weeks ago first by Matt Sars on Twitter. You should definitely follow him, by the way. He's a good follow for broadcasting related materials for college football and college basketball. And basically, he said he was hearing that SEC Network Extra or Plus games, which are currently simulcast on ESPN Plus, would not be doing so anymore. Meaning that to watch these games, you have to have a subscription to something that includes SEC Network. You cannot just only have a subscription to ESPN Plus and be able to watch these games. It's typically one game per team, a non-conference game. Against like an FCS team or usually, a lower group of 6 FBS team. So just to talk about this and mention this briefly, if you go to the Watch ESPN website and you go to upcoming events, and for example, you go to Saturday, November 8th, you can find an Ole Miss football game that is scheduled against the Citadel. Scheduled to start at 1 p.m., right here. And it has the SEC Network Plus logo on it. If I go up here, get rid of this first, and I change this network to SEC Network Plus, notice there it is. Citadel versus Ole Miss. However, there is no ESPN Plus option listed, whereas previously there was. So that appears to be a change. Just probably doesn't affect that many people, but still just something to be aware of. Let's talk a little bit more about YouTube TV dropping all the ESPN channels. So first, I believe this issue will be resolved quickly. I think it will be resolved before Monday Night Football on November 3rd. But as of right now, recording this Saturday, November 1st, the ESPN channels and Disney channels have been removed from YouTube TV as of it was Thursday, October 30th. It's a little around 11 p.m. Eastern time. And in addition to the channels, also all of the DVR recordings, even things from months ago that you had access to, were also basically, I don't know if removed or hidden. I don't know exactly what they did or whatever, but you can't access them is the point. All right, so what are your options or what are workarounds? Okay, so there are some services out there that have free trials that you could take advantage of. DirecTV has one for 5 days. Fubo has one. I could not tell exactly how long it was, though, because you have to create an account and then choose your plan, and they want to enter your billing information and do all that stuff in order to actually show you, how long the trial would be. I believe it was 5 days because when I started with the Fubo sports plan back in September, I think it was September 6th when I started, and the first billing date was either the 11th or the 12th. So I think it's 5 days, but again, you would need to confirm that just before, you would actually sign up and so on. You could also go for a day pass from Sling, basically $5. You could go for a weekend pass from Sling or $10. Just keep in mind, though, like the Sling Orange plan, and with Orange with Sports add-on, which would get you the ESPN channels, only allows one simultaneous stream. So you can't watch a game on ESPN and a game also on ESPN2, or on ESPN and also ACC Network and so on and so forth. All right. Also, conveniently, Hulu Plus Live TV has been running a special promotion of a discounted price, $64.99 per month, good for 3 months. However, that offer ends basically at 11:59 p.m. on November 5th. So about 4 days you have to take advantage of that offer. This offer initially started way back at the start of October. Um, so it's been going on for a couple weeks. It's not something new that was just introduced, with the carriage dispute, from a couple days ago. I will also caution Hulu Plus Live TV. You have no multi-view. I mean, technically you can get it in the ESPN app, but that's only on certain devices, and obviously you can't do multi-view with other local channels like CBS, Fox, NBC, or any other non-ESPN cable channel. So for the most part, it has no multi-view, no key plays, only 2 simultaneous streams instead of 3. And also, a lot of people complain that the user interface is much worse than, say, YouTube TV or some of the other options out there. Okay. Of course, you could also purchase an ESPN Unlimited subscription. Or if you already have a Disney Plus and Hulu Plus like subscription, you can technically upgrade to add ESPN Unlimited to that. Essentially going from like 2 of the services to 3 of the services. That will give you temporary access to the ESPN channels. And one last thing to remember as well is that all the ABC college football games also air via ESPN3 in the ESPN app. And many internet service providers or ISPs provide access to ESPN3. So if you only care about, like, say, the ABC college football games, you should check and see if you have access to ESPN3 via your internet service provider. Because then you could just log in using those credentials and you would be able to watch the ESPN 3 streams, of the various ABC games. Again, that's only for college football. For example, even though Monday Night Football will also be simulcast on ABC, it does not work for that. So you would not be able to watch Monday Night Football via an ESPN3 stream. All right, so that's it basically for this video. Questions or comments or thoughts or anything else, feel free to send me an email. You can see it listed there on the screen. You can also obviously comment in the videos, but for some reason YouTube's not notifying me about the comments. And that's pretty much it. I'll be back again to post videos when there are updates related to college football viewing and cord cutting.